Today we're going to be talking about another law of logic, the law of syllogism. All right, now this law says if a hypothesis P, then you can get a conclusion of Q. And then if you have another statement, you take this conclusion and make it the hypothesis, then you can get another conclusion. Which means if you link these two statements together, you can have hypothesis P, then conclusion R, which I know seems really confusing. So, but here's an example that'll make it easier to understand. So you can use this law to draw conclusions from the following true statements. So if a number is prime, then it does not have repeated factors. Okay? And then we have another statement that says if a number does not have repeated factors, then it is not a perfect square. Okay? So we can take this idea. So we have the hypothesis of this is a number is prime. Okay? And the conclusion is then it does not have repeated factors. All right? Now this same conclusion is then turned into the hypothesis, this is right here, which then becomes the conclusion right here. Okay? So if you take these two statements and you combine them together, you can create a statement that says if a number is prime, then it is not a perfect square. All right, so you're kind of taking out the middleman here, the if, then it does not have a repeated factor. All right, we'll do one more example. All right, so we have if a river is more than 4,000 miles long, then it is longer than the Amazon. If a river is longer than the Amazon, then it is the longest river in the world. Well, we can come up with a statement that says if a river is more than 4,000 miles long, then it is the longest river in the world. So then we can also take these two statements and the statement we used from using the law of syllogism, and we can actually go back and use the law of detachment to actually create another statement, which is basically stating that the Nile is the longest river in the world because it is more than 4,000 miles long. All right, so basically what you're doing is you're just taking true statements, drawing conclusion from those, and creating one true statement.